What's up, everybody? We are back. Another episode of Ultimate Blerds. This is season 3 coming at you. It's your boy Recruit Zero.
It's Uncle Charles.
And we here with some more hot takes. We got another one. Should Marvel ditch live action for animation?
Yes.
Yes. Man, this season 3 is crazy because we are agreeing a whole lot.
Come on, let's get it. Come on, my brother.
We are agreeing a whole lot.
We took time off.
Yes,
to
they
agree.
should.
Yes,
they should.
Yes, they should. Yes.
They are definitely having a problem with the quality control, and all the animated showings that they have released recently are hitting.
Well, okay. Well, let's start back, right?
Yeah,
so
okay.
if you've watched this, this show or listened to this show, we talk about what you should.
And if you haven't, go back and listen and watch the old episodes.
Yeah, because we talk about Marvel, right?
Exactly.
And so I want to catch us up just a little bit.
Okay.
What Marvel movies have you seen like recently?
Fantastic Four.
Okay, I haven't seen that one.
Okay.
But I did see the Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
And what was the one before that? I saw Captain America.
Captain America, Brave New World.
I saw that. I missed
The Eternals.
I saw the Eternals. I missed Ant-Man. I saw
Guardians 3. Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Some of it, maybe.
Okay.
I saw Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I caught a lot of the shows back then.
Yeah.
I caught Spider-Man. I missed Thor.
Okay.
All this to say, I've gotten tired of Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh.
And I really get to one point of like when I knew like what time it was. It was Thor, and it was
Ragnarok.
Yeah, when it got silly, and everyone said, "Well, Thor is silly and it works, so everyone's going to be silly."
Right.
And I realized Marvel has stuck with a formula, and that formula is old. When I was watching Thunderbolts, there was a theme of, hey, what's Scarlett Johansson's sister's name in the show? Black Widow's sister.
White Widow. I just call her that.
Okay. Black Widow's sister was is also a hit woman, mercenary, and she just grows tired of the job. Right? And which was like a mind to explore, right? Like, oh, here's something interesting because it's a little more violent than standard Marvel movies. And here's where you have this. She's
not a hero.
She's not a hero, so you have room for this existential crisis, which could have took you down some interesting roads. And what it do? Got silly, got super silly real fast, and tried to stick with that formula, which also. I'm going on a little tangent right here. We used to holler about our characters need to wear the suits that they wore in the comics. No.
Yeah, I don't care.
I used to think that till I started watching more and more, and I was like, the more comic accurate it gets, the sillier it's starting to look to me.
Because some of the designs don't translate to real life movements and all of that.
Yeah,
it just doesn't.
Yeah,
carry
you're
over.
not thinking about textures and things like that, and so. Marvel seems to me stuck in this formula, and I think that, and I know you're going to talk more about this. The cartoons free them from having to stick, with a particular formula and a certain style.
I feel that. I definitely feel that. I mean, I agree. It feels like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They've been, like you said, stuck with a formula. Scared or unwilling to change it up, even with the diminishing returns we're clearly seeing. Like, I personally have not had a moment of feeling that was like Endgame or Infinity Wars. Like, those were like landmark theatrical feelings of I'm amazed by this movie, and nothing is hit like that.
Or even first Iron Man.
Right. First Iron Man, things like that is just like, oh, okay, I want to see what's next in the story. But once you see it once, you're not feeling like, oh, wow. It's not sticking in your mind.
Especially with Marvel hitting with the animations. X-Men 97. Oh, my gosh.
X-Men 97, Into the Spider-Verse.
That one was, I know people didn't like the animation, but it was really good.
Yeah, I mean, If you didn't like the animation, drop in the comments why, because you are in a very small group of haters. So
was it because of Black Norman Osborn?
Right.
Finally gave him the waves that made sense.
Yeah. So I'm like,
you know how much I sacrificed? No, just
so it's like the live action cinematics are not hitting how they need to. The animation has been holding its own, and it's like, does animation free up creativity?
Yes. And the reason why goes to, we had this discussion one time where I said, do you like binge watching something or do you like taking your time?
Right.
And you were like, I like taking my time.
Yeah.
Right. And I think when you have a show that's like a serial, you have time to unfold things. You could go as fast or as slow as you want, but you have time to let things breathe. You have time to give your character shine. You know, these Marvel movies, they're trying to shove everything in 2 hours. Think about X-Men 97. It was like over the course of so many episodes, and it allowed them to give people focus. Right. And they were able to take better risk. Also because of just production. It's easier to draw Gambit fighting the Sentinels. With the New Orleans accent.
Yeah.
Like that meme.
Yeah.
But it's easier to get that across than to do it in live action. And there's also a design language, I think, that is familiar to people of comics and television shows. Like if you read comics, you knew that this, was like Jim Lee inspired, kind of going in that way. If you watch X-Men in the 90s, then you knew it was kind of going a certain way. The Spider-Man, show, it allowed you to have Doctor Strange just pop in randomly.
Right.
And you can draw him in because you don't need Benedict Cumberbatch. That's his name, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. You don't have to call him to like come in and then file it. So like there's so much more room you can play with all the characters. And then you can have different tones. X-Men was way more serious. Spider-Man sort of serious, but felt more like Saturday morning cartoons. And they could all exist in this space. When I think of like Marvel live action, it's more, they all have to exist like this and we can't change it.
Yeah. So that's a good note of differentiation. Do you feel like Marvel should go animation TV shows or animation movies?
I think both. Like look at DC. DC had a run. Now they didn't hit a few bumps in the road lately. I mean, Batman then went to Japan and VR and anime and like But there was like the Red Hood, and those things where like DC was going off. We talk. My love for Thomas Wayne. It was Flashpoint. Like those were the animated movies.
Right.
They were going off. They were able to tell like tight stories and play again with the tone and the theme and the characters, and even kind of play with the design of the characters. Like every Batman animated wasn't the same. You had like it was Frank Miller's Year One when he was like big and swole, and Robin was a little girl with square glasses. You can do that when you're playing with art. You can't necessarily do that with live action. And I think live action just needs a break, honestly. And I think it needs time to kind of figure out what's next. And I think animation is the easiest thing to do because it's if I'm reading comics, if I'm watching anime and cartoons,
it feeds into each other.
It feeds in. You're feeding your core audience something already. So you don't necessarily have to do something else.
That's true. So to you, Marvel has had its strongest piece in its current iteration. Like you don't see the live action coming back to hit us with a moment like Endgame or Infinity War.
I want to say something and I'm like, I'll probably get torn to shreds.
Well, you're used to that.
Yeah, I am. So I'm going to go with it anyway. In the same way, sometimes I feel about us toting our older black leaders everywhere, and there's just like, just let them relax. They don't have to be at every conference and award ceremony. Just let them chill. Like, just let them chill.
Yeah.
And so, like, what's interesting is they keep dragging Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you have nothing. I know you have nothing left because you're dragging in Robert Downey Jr. As Doom. And yeah, you could do the whole Doom verse and multiverse, yeah. But the fact that you're still he died.
Right. And they
as Iron Man
back to Doom is like lazy.
I don't know what it is, but it just tells me like they're going hunting for something.
Yeah. And it felt like a nostalgia play.
Yeah. And it's like Disney's pretty much bought everybody back. You have the X-Men back.
Yeah.
You could go down that road in a separate. I think that's what's interesting about DC a little bit. I'm gonna switch gears. The Batman does not exist in the same universe as Superman. Right. And while DC's trying to get their own universe together, it's still, you can still have separate lanes.
Yeah.
Marvel when it comes to live action, Marvel wants everything in the lane in the universe.
Right.
You see it with like, they're trying with like Marvel Zombies.
Yeah.
That spun out of What If, right? Cool, but it's still trying to like weasel its way into the timeline,
controlling it too much.
I saw something the other day where they were saying, well, we didn't know what we were going to do with Kang anyway, even before the Jonathan Majors stuff, because we just didn't really know what was going on. And they said in one of the Avengers, the new Avengers was going to kill a Kang real quick, and there's going to be a note on him, and it was going to say, take it easy, it's his first day as Kang. And they were like, oh, snap, like we didn't kill Kang, we killed, but still, sometimes there's a phrase I like to say from New Jack City. Say it all the time. And this happens a lot. When people be like, I was prom queen of King High School. This is beneath me. And so there's this thing where like everyone, like, soon as you hit this peak, this is just where you live.
Right.
And everything goes back to like that time. So everything goes back to like Endgame. That was a time. It's over now. There will never be another Endgame.
That's true.
Like Infinity War, there will never be another one. Let it go.
Right.
It was fire back in what?
Yeah, how long ago was that now?
Like going back girlfriends. But no, it was fire back then. But that was it. Like, stop trying to have this like thing. When was it?
Infinity War was 2018.
Pre-COVID. Before the world changed and we went through the
and Endgame was 2019.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? But before, like, we all went into like, you know what I'm saying? Like our own universal. The whole world changed.
Yeah. That's fact. And then the multiverse
slipped in another
thing,
dimension.
I've seen a lot of people say, like, for a casual viewer, the multiverse thing is a hindrance because then I gotta watch everything that came before. Whereas, like you said with DC, I could watch a standalone movie, understand perfectly what happened. If I want to go deeper into the lore, I can watch, but I know what happens in this movie.
Look at X-Men 97. X-Men 97 took off from X-Men from the 90s.
Yeah.
Like, after that scene, listen, Fox used to be having the order of the shows all messed up, and I had soccer to play, so I didn't watch the end of how the series ended, but it picked up right from there, right? Even if you didn't watch back then, you could just drop in right there. And that's what animated shows do. It's an easier pickup. You could just drop in a season. Right? Sometimes they tell a continuous tale, but even in X-Men in the 90s, they were all over the place. You know, like in the beginning, it was Morph died, but Morph came back way, way later. Mr. Sinister came way, way later. Like they were dealing with different, Apocalypse showed up, right? But it felt like these distinct moments in the show where if I just want to watch this season where they fight Apocalypse, I could jump in and feel just at home.
That's true. And I think that's necessary with the way content is now.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many choices of things to watch. I might not get to every single piece of the Marvel multiverse to understand what this next movie's about. And that's a ticket you lost if you're not catering to that. Because having so many, so many things explained in the Disney Plus shows.
I watched Moon Knight
into the movies. Then it's like, all right,
you got to watch the Hawk and the Moon Knight and She-Hulk and
and it's just like that's too much. Versus
Miss Marvel.
Even if you kept it, I just had to watch the last movie. That'd be enough. But I gotta watch 3 TV series to know what happens in the next movie.
Yeah,
it's too much.
You also get a chance to like tell another story,
right?
When you use when you use cartoons, when you go animation, right? We laugh about this all the time, like off mic.
Yeah.
Who are the new Avengers? Who they beating up?
Right. All of them they just shoot.
They all got street level powers. Think about it. Who's the new Avengers? The Thunderbolts, maybe.
I mean, they are the new Avengers, but none of them have
they ain't got no powers. Yeah. Okay. Cap ain't got no powers. I guess Doctor Strange is still there. Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He's going to college.
Right.
Spider-Man about to get a 401k. That man getting old. It's been a long time since you fought the Vulture, Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
It's been like 10 years ago.
That's true.
You're getting old, brother. Knocked himself out, on set.
Yeah.
Trying to do stuff. But who's the cast? With cartoons, you could just make your cast. You could just drum them up real fast. And so it gives you someone to watch. Like, I don't think they should just like go full tilt all animation, but I think they need to lean into it in this like time of like famine for the movies.
Right.
Think about it. Most of us who go to the movies grew up on the cartoons.
That's true.
This is like a kind of horrible analogy, but like I think about like Harry Potter. Everybody was reading the books first. The movies came out. Right. We were watching this stuff in the 90s and then that stuff came out. Like a lot of people watch shows and then the movies come out. And like that's what makes it cool. Like use that. Use X-Men 97 to drum up interest in the X-Men if you want to do a thing. Because where else are you gonna, I think about it like this, where else are you gonna drum up interest?
Right. Because you re-release the old X-Men movie? Like that doesn't make sense.
Listen, I love Halle Berry as much as the next person, but I don't want you to bring her back just to off her in the next movie. It's kind of messed up. You gonna bring everybody back in a black suit just to like kill them to make room for the new age? Like you didn't have to do that. And I know that's just a rumor, right? Yeah. They might not do that at all, but that's what I'm talking about. Like that's how I know like y'all are at the end of your rope. Like you pulling on anything. Remember these old guys?
That's true. And I think part of it too, in contrast, might be that animation still has a stigma of not being like a serious medium.
That's crazy.
Which is annoying, but like
it's not true.
There's a lot of people who will not go see an animated movie, even though we've had a wide range of animated movies in all types of genres.
You look at Marlon Wayans yelling at Demon Slayer.
Right. Exactly.
Serious medium. You know what I'm saying? Like cartoon, you look at Invincible. Probably doing numbers on Amazon.
Right.
Adult television show.
I mean, what was it? Just on Adult Swim just recently, Common Side Effects. That's a whole animated show about serious drama topics.
They had that. I think that same group did one on HBO. There's a show on HBO that they had where
Scavenger's Reign.
Yeah. Like these are shows like, and people are watching.
Exactly.
So like
and loving.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say thanks to anime, like cartoons are getting a second life, and you're starting to see. Well, also this. We, the original OG fans of like these comics, have gotten older.
Yeah.
And we've never let go of watching cartoons.
That's true.
So now we're in the position to tell the stories.
Right. I think on the other side of that too, though, is the people in charge of the creation, funding the creation, are older than us and don't understand it.
That's true.
It's like, nobody likes animation because their generation didn't, but now the ones who grew up on it, we're like, where is it? We want it.
And you kind of see that pushback because when did X-Men 97 come out?
Like 2-3 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we haven't had a season yet.
Nah, that's true.
Where's Spider-Man at? haven't had another season yet.
Right.
Like these guys are filming the live action movies like 4 or 5 in a row. Like they're dropping them at a clip.
Yeah.
Why don't we have that?
I mean, we getting this into the Spider-Verse, but also with that, and good animation takes a long time.
It does.
I mean,
but you would have dropped it by now.
Into Spider-Verse took them like damn near 10 years.
Oh, the movie, that one. I thought you were talking about the Spider-Man, the TV show.
That one didn't take as long.
Yeah,
for sure.
But I like that one too.
Yeah.
Into the Spider-Verse was cool too. But I mean, that one's been, the Into the Spider-Verse has been better than the live action Spider-Man.
Yeah, I mean, it really has. Honestly.
Miles Morales has kind of been doing it. I mean, I'm just saying.
That's a head-to-head comparison of like what the medium does for you. Like, the Into the Spider-Verse, they could show the range of powers so much differently.
Yeah.
All the
animation,
frame rate changes between the characters let you really give people personality. Whereas all you get the ability to do in live action is the actor.
Your limit, like your limitation is your imagination with animation. Whew, bar. But it's the truth though.
Yeah.
You can only hoist someone up behind a green screen and attach wires to them.
Right.
They can't really move the way you need them to move. Like even Spider-Man, like Spider-Man jumping through the cars and the way in which he can contort his body. Everyone can't do that and act.
That's true. Even though Tom Holland be doing some of them stunts.
He does. He does. But I'm saying all you need in an animated show is an amazing voice actor.
Right.
Which actually kind of is like another interesting point that we haven't talked about. It's just like the voice acting.
Right.
Voice acting makes people memorable.
That's true.
Like there's one Batman for most of us, and it was, our Batman.
Yeah.
From the animated series.
Right.
Kevin Conroy.
Right.
Like that's our Batman. I don't care who puts on and steps in front of the screen. There's one Batman. There's one Batman. And like we can argue like who's the better Joker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like Mark Hamill, Joker. When you hear it, you know what I'm saying? Like that thing that's
animation. I think Heath Ledger has earned his spot.
He has, but what I'm saying is like how memorable that voice is in your mind. Like you close your eyes and hear it.
I can hear somebody saying, "Oh, why is so serious?"
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah. But what I'm like.
But I think Mark Hamill is definitely core.
And it was because it was tied to something that was so dope.
Yeah.
And they were able to take their time with it. Like, almost getting like conspiracy theory just a little bit. I don't think you get Batman movies without the animated series.
I mean, we had Batman movies before the animes. When did the animated?
I mean,
series?
89, yes.
Yeah.
But then you
mean the later, like the trilogy?
Yeah, because you had 89, then you had Returns.
Right, and then you had the animated series, then you got into
But then while the animated
and all that.
but while the animated was running,
the
other stuff was doing what it was doing, and it was just kind of like some were good, some were not. It's debatable. By the time it got to Arnold,
they
it's
all
Mr.
got
Freeze.
that bread though.
But again, there's a Batman the animated series was running doing this thing, holding it down. Then they dropped Mask of Phantasm, which was in the theaters, which I went to go see, which also got awards. It's just running,
that's right,
holding it down, and kind of set this to me. Again, in my conspiracy theory set this precedence of what Batman could be. And I feel like people pulled from that instead of pulling from all that other stuff. Because it was Spielberg who did Batman. Well, I'm hollering out names. But I'm saying that was a style that only one producer could do, right? And then once you move from that, that's when you start moving to what Batman could be. And so I think in animation, you let animation set the precedent.
That's true, and I also think it helped a lot because
Tim Burton.
We were still still in that lane where TV was strong.
Yeah.
So like having the animated series every Saturday you're still building the fan base.
Yeah.
Versus you drop a movie every 10 years.
Yeah.
You leaving a huge gap in your fan base of building up that customer and that fan.
And you have direct access now, which makes animation even more important. You could drop on Netflix, you could drop on Disney, you could drop on Paramount, you could drop on Hulu, you could drop on HBO.
Right.
You know, you could drop anywhere.
That's true.
And they're gonna watch it. Like, people will watch it. People sign up for streaming services just to watch a show.
Yeah, I don't sign up for Paramount though.
I mean, I think you get through like Walmart Plus. I think there's like an add-on. Listen, how's everybody gonna watch that one show?
Star Trek?
No.
That's all Paramount has.
Nah, what's that cowboy one that show that everybody loved for a while?
Oh, Yellowstone?
Yeah. Ain't that on Paramount?
I don't have Paramount.
Listen, the power of the internet. We can look up anything. You know what I'm saying? So it's like season 1, where is it streamed? But yeah, I mean,
I feel you though, for sure. You have a way easier way of targeting your market.
I'm just all wrong to this episode. This is on Peacock.
Yeah.
Luckily, we're not owned by anybody.
Right. Shout to be independent, but we will take some sponsorship money. Holla at us.
We are for sale. No. No, we will promote you if it's fire. If it's trash.
If it's fire.
Yeah, okay. I guess you can buy it on, but here, this is a good point, right? You could watch it on Paramount. You could buy it on Prime. Right? You could buy it on Google Play.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, they're
people
on Roku.
Access.
Like, you have access. So why not give people what they want?
Mm.
Tell all the story. Look how many characters you're sitting on.
So many characters.
That you could just easily grab.
Even right now, we know that Disney has X-Men, and we know we're not going to see all of them like we could in the animation.
Let me ask you this. You think they could survive if they went on pause of live action?
No.
Really?
They need to do both.
You don't think they could survive if they took a break?
No.
Why?
Because there's so much money tied up. You would be killing your entire pipeline of production if you stop making live action movies. Okay. That would decimate the movie industry.
Talk to me. You're in the industry.
That would kill the movie industry for one, because those movies are like a huge engine of keeping anybody in a job right now. Then on top of that, you kill movie stars.
let me jump into a dangerous area.
Yeah.
So I gotta live with mediocrity so y'all can eat.
Yeah.
All right.
That's how most movies are.
I gotta blame y'all for the reason.
I mean, stopping them ain't gonna make them better.
No, but that's interesting. It's really interesting though, right? Because you're saying you can't stop.
But we also know agree. You're like fine with watching movies at home. So
I am.
You don't really care about the
I have a Sonos soundbar and a sub. It's really good. I got a nice OLED Bravia TV.
You almost made me curse. I turned a soundbar, bro.
I turned the lights off, turned the music up on where I need to be.
You're not even talking about 5.1 surround sound. You're talking about a soundbar.
Listen, I got neighbors that that were connected, and I can't just disrupt everybody. But listen. What I'm trying to get at is it's kind of wild that we both kind of agree they need a break, and because of like. The mechanics and like the industry and the cogs.
Is cutting back, not cutting
How
off.
many would you cut? What would you cut to?
I mean, now you could do like a movie or two a year.
You do one a year?
Or two.
One a year?
Yeah.
What about live action shows? Would you cut that? You just be like, man, we just go get out of this.
I mean, if you're doing animation, I'd rather do animated shows than live action shows.
All right, so cut the live action shows. Animation holds down the TV front.
Yeah.
And then the movies.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you let animation sit in its own place, or do you let it tie into the movies?
I feel like it'd be easier to tie it into the movies.
Why? See, that's the problem. We might as well just keep letting these old...
But not on like multiverse stuff. Like you can use animation as the lead up. Like you just mentioned, animation, new season of X-Men 97 to lead into the X-Men movie. Yeah, but... Like not on no multiverse stuff. Just like, hey, this is coming.
Yeah, but then you can't tell the stories that you want to tell because you always have to tie it into the movies.
That's marketing. Otherwise, you just have a year-long gap
then you
movies.
get like Family Guy said, Jafar, Aladdin 4, Jafar gets glasses.
But you have no ramp up to the movie. Then you wonder why the movie underperforms.
Then you get Captain America, the doctor's visit.
No, you don't.
Yearly physical.
No, you don't.
You do.
How?
Because everything doesn't have to tie into everything.
So you're just like, hey, you haven't seen an X-Men movie in 12 years. Here's an X-Men movie.
No, you say, I'm watching X-Men, right? The series. I like these characters. Here's a movie featuring the X-Men.
But you're watching X-Men the series.
Okay, I watched X-Men in the 90s, and then in the 2000s, it didn't tie in. There wasn't no secret tie-in.
Yeah,
even in the shows, even the X-Men series, but I don't want it to tie in. Sometimes I just want to see people on a random adventure. Power Rangers. You watched them, and don't sit up here and say you didn't.
Of course I watched Power Rangers.
You wanted to ride in the Megazord.
Yeah.
Okay. Power Rangers, every day. Kicking Goldar's behind, sending the putty somewhere.
Yeah.
Had nothing to do with that movie that came out, and that movie was Flames.
Yeah, that was also in like 1995.
But I'm just saying, it's done all the time. The Marvel, the DC movies that I watched, the animated
has evolved since then.
The Justice League Unlimited had nothing to do with the Justice League when it came out.
And look at the Justice League when it came out.
That's because live action problems. That's because live action problems. That's live action problems. That's because the key grip has to get paid. So you can't stop the engine of movies. But I'm saying you can have both. They don't have to tie in. I'm saying if you make animation strong enough, you can make a movie featuring them and people will go just off the strength of the characters.
I mean, I don't think it has to fully tie in, but you have threads. Like, that's the whole... Threads is fine.
The Spider-Man did have a thread in that you did see Doctor Strange pop up. Right. And that was pretty cool. But
not making it dependent where you have to watch
But I think that's the problem.
Yeah. I think that's the threads slope. Is cool. Like, oh, this guy...
I don't trust Marvel to
this
just do
happened
threads.
Over here, and we reference it here. But not like... I never even knew Moon Knight existed unless I watched the show.
That's the difference, though. Yeah. That's the difference. I feel like they won't just let it be threads.
Possibly.
I feel like it's going to be full tilt. They're in the universe.
Well, you never know. I mean, if they start doing animation like we talking about, they might have a whole new outlook on life. So
yeah, people gonna be getting killed. They got Gambit up out of there. Yeah. They got Gambit smooth up out of there. Yeah.
So, I mean...
In the worst way when you think about it.
That's true.
Because he found out his lady was cheating with a silver fox. And then he was like, hey, will you marry me for the town?
Yeah.
And she said, yeah. And he was like, what you doing? And she was like, oh, I mean, you know what it is. We got to run, the city, run our island. And he needs me. And he was like, but I always loved you. And she was like, this wasn't going to be, nothing more than what it is. It was a dirty game.
He's out of it.
It saved her, too. Saved her.
Well, I mean,
I might have let her get torched.
Those are the things that can happen in animation. So
on my way out, I've been like, yo, you see your boy over there. Remember me. Because he couldn't get it done.
Yeah.
I blew it up. He over there hurting.
Well, we're going to see what's next for Marvel because they are struggling on the live action. Hopefully, they listen to this episode and they build up the animation and we get a nice little balance of both. So, y'all let us know. Are you happy with where Marvel is? Do not lie in the comments and tell us that Fantastic Four was dope because it was not. Let us know. What do you think? Animation over live action, a healthy balance of both. What do you think would help bring Marvel back to where they need to be?
Let us know.
Let us know.
In the meantime, I got to wait for 2026 to get a season 2 of X-Men 97.
Yep. See? It's all struggles all around. So, this was
not a good struggle.
Ultimate Blerds. We'll see you on the next one. Let us know in the comments what your opinions are. And we'll talk to you soon. Peace.
Peace.